Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on a Thursday, August the 29th. And we had a great day today. My best profit day in about 2 months, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. I think June the 26th was the last day that I had a profit day bigger than what I had today, 566. The sad thing is I was up over 700. I had this account in profit as well. I had this account at almost 90, like 89 in profit. And end of the day, I was going for some more. And yeah, you kind of guessed it. I actually had this account down like 290 in loss and brought it back to 70, $70 loser. And decided I'm just going to stop there. And yeah, we're just gonna stop. But anyway, yeah, overall, really good day. I had kind of vowed today that I would be a lot more patient and really look for better confirmation before taking setups. That's not what happened on the red when I went red on this account, but honestly today was a breeze. I was green from the first trade and really just kind of built upon that all day. What you're looking at on NQ, I took a long this morning on this bounce at 540. I didn't take this first one. This was actually the first trade of the day, which was almost 1030. So trying to be a little bit more patient in the morning and wait for good setups, especially on the funded accounts. I will willy-nilly with evals, but so I took a really nice long here. That was a $330 some trade. I'm very happy with that trade. That's the only trade I took on my 150K, so that feels great. I also on NQ, I took a trade, I believe, yes. Took a rejection play, and this was the day. I'll talk more about it later, but this 680 rejection, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections with 680, and honestly, I believe that rejection on the NASDAQ is why this market was pushed down today. This morning, we thought this thing was really going to go, but we met a mega resistance at 680, and that definitely caused further downside today. We ended up with a market red day. But anyway, I did take that short. That was I took 2 trades there. Those were the only 2 trades I think I took on that account, but up to 16. So I really, really want to try to do that some more, is to look for the really good plays and then let those trades run. Later in the day, it seems like I'm having a little bit more difficulty finding those trades. In the forenoon, those seem to be in play. Some days I catch them, some days I don't, but today I caught 2 of them. I'm really happy about that. And then moving to, I think I took, well, let's just talk about, while we're on NQ, let's talk about where I messed up today with this bottom account. So we had this massive sell-off at around the 245 marker, 230, 245. And I was looking for this to reclaim this 400 level. And I was a little bit too aggressive. Again, not patient enough because of the big move. I had a bit of FOMO because I wasn't trading it with funded accounts anyway. I actually only took a couple trades on evals even. So I took a little break-even trade there, a little almost break-even loss, and then the big wheel problem was jumping in here, again looking for long, boom, had a $200 stop out. So that hurt. That was a bad trade that hurt, and I really should not have been trading there. Once we had this little fall down, I was trying to scalp my way into some more and caught a little bit of wins, but I had a little $30 some loser. Didn't really gain a whole lot, and honestly, at that point, I was mentally feeling myself starting to go on tilt. I really wanted to just trade the crap out of that account and get it back because I was down about almost 300 at that point. So I turned the charts off for from here to somewhere in here, I turned them back on. So probably about 20-30 minutes. Wasn't long, but long enough for me to just not look at anything and kind of do something else. So I was focused on other things. I wasn't even looking at any of the charts, obviously. Turned it back on, and then I noticed that we were starting to get a bit of a hold come in here, and then I jumped in right here and had a nice $190 trade right there to bring this account back to minus 70. So at that point I said, all right, I'm good. We're going to stop. We're done trading for the day, which is where I ended. So thankfully that could have been a lot worse. But the moral there is I was way too aggressive and allowed FOMO to cause me to make some poor decisions on where to take those trades. So that is that. Looking at ES, I took a couple of trades on my bottom 50K account, the 60 account, and this was the same account we were just looking at. These were positive trades on ES. This was a bit unfortunate. I was in this trade right when the sell-off happened. It came up and stopped me out at break even, and then we fell apart, completely fell apart. So I was a bit sad about that, because if I could have hung on to that trade or stayed into that trade, I probably don't even take the other trade that we just looked at, and I end up with probably a couple $100 winner on that account. So a bit sad about that. That was one of the trades that could have happened. And why I took this trade was this green line is initial balance high, and that had held, from the noon hour on, from 11:30 on, that had held. We tested it quite a bit, but that held. And so when we started to fall below it, I decided to take that short. Obviously, it was right. Unfortunately, I got stopped out break even, and it is what it is. So YM, I took a couple trades with the 59 account. Nothing major. This was around the highs. YM, the Dow basically just broke the all-time highs, I believe, today, just barely. And we just couldn't get continuation, but nothing too crazy there. Gold, once again, was so good. I'm so happy with gold. I took some really nice trades with gold today on the 59 account as well. Obviously nothing big, but just clean trades, really clean trades. I had a little short here winner, and then I had a losing trade and another losing trade. I had two losers there back to back. I was didn't take some good entries there, but then I took a really nice short here, and I was I should have just taken all my profit down here. That would have been about a $75 trade, and I didn't. I left a couple contracts on, and then as this was starting to go back up, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to, basically go out break even. I think we're going to go back up and retest this 25.57 area, which we did, and at that point I entered short and caught a really nice trade there. That was about a close to $100 trade there. And then I also had a nice little winner here. This was a good little trade, trading right up into that next level. And then I caught a little bit of a short or a long trade here, nothing too crazy. I'm not sure where I had the losses, because the profits on here are certainly more than 80. So somewhere I had a losing trade. Let me look at that. I'm kind of curious. Did I trade? Did not take a trade on NQ. I did not take a trade on ES. This is oil. I didn't trade oil at all. Huh. Am I missing something? Oh, I didn't figure in these trades. Here's a $60 loser. Oh yeah, that's the difference. Yep. Nope. Duh. Sorry, there's about $170 in losses right there. No wonder. That makes sense. I did have some really nice trades. Also had a couple losing trades, obviously, there. But overall, very happy with trading gold. I've really traded it well. Very high win rate on gold the last couple days. So we will obviously continue to monitor that. So that's kind of a wrap there. And then I have to show you my eval trading. I've got two take profit accounts, and they are both red, max loss. One of them at 800. So the woes continue there. And partly because I was just too reckless trading those, and I really need to be a lot more disciplined. So that's on me. But the real win today was I was up 5,600 on my 250K account. I noticed that this account's going to rebill around September 10th or 11th, whatever. So that's like in about 2 weeks. And I thought to myself, I had better get serious about either passing this 250K or blowing it, because I don't want to have it, hold on to it and get rebilled for it. So I elected to go pretty aggressive, and I traded that on this big move down. I took the short, this first 680 rejection, played that thing all the way down, and then I had a $3,000 profit this exact same trade this morning on the 540s. That long trade I took on my 150K account, I took the exact same entry on my 250K on minis. So I was trading 5 minis for the same, with the same target setups, everything, as I was trading right here. You can see it on this This is the exact same setup. I had a couple different targets in, with the 5 contracts, but that's the exact same trade. That trade was $3,000. I did have a $2,000 loser on this way down. And I think I also had there's an 11, I don't know. I know I had at least one $2,000 losing trade in there. So, technically I could have been up if I'd have been a little bit more disciplined. The wheels were starting to come off the bus because too aggressive and took some bad trades, which caused a big loss. But this could be 7,500 in profit, but nonetheless, I've got that account at 8,300 in profit. So I'm over halfway there. I need about 6,700 bucks to get there. So I am going to try to get that account across the finish line. I did lose a 50K Apex account again today in Apex eval. So unfortunate there, but obviously that was kind of my focal point today. But yeah, overall, very happy with today. Let's take a quick look at TradeZella. This is where we're at, 70% win rate, 566 in profits. This is a little bit weird. Rhythmic is saying 600. So this is what Rhythmic says. Rhythmic shows 335, 220, 107, and 61 for a loss. And Apex is showing, as you see here. So this is showing less, this is showing more of a loss, whatever. So anyway, I don't know why that is, but these balances are correct. But this is not. So that technically would be like today. This is according to Rhythmic. That would be a $600 day, and that matches up with these balances here. So I don't know why there's a bit of a discrepancy, but we obviously report what this reports. So, oh well. But anyway, 70% win rate, really good. That's great for me. And yeah, just bouncing back with a really solid day, wiping out all of yesterday's loss and part of the day prior. So we still have a red week, but we did bounce back some. We're still down 3,000. So I would have to have a mega bad day tomorrow. A mega bad day tomorrow for me to have a worse month than I've had the last couple of months. So I am so happy to at least have brought my game up, even though we're still red on the month. We are having a better month. I'm trading a lot better, and I feel like I am definitely just overall I'm doing a lot better, and that's a big win. I'm very, very happy about that. So if you look at today, you can kind of see on this little chart. I mean, we started first trade green and we just stayed built, and we fell apart a little bit, and then we built it back up there at the end. So we were up over 700, 717 I think was the high, but overall just a very, very solid, very good day. So quite happy about that. Let's quickly take a look at the charts and where we think. Obviously, as we were talking earlier, this 680 has become a mega level. Going back into August 16th, we had rejection. We had not really a good hold here, but then again, we had rejection earlier this week, rejection middle of this week, and today we had 5 rejections. Boom, 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 boom. So that is a huge spot, and that is probably the area that will need to be looked at the most going into tomorrow and possibly into next week. This market has got to reclaim this very solidly for us to see any upside, I believe. If we can't reclaim this thing, we're going to continue to slide further down. I really truly believe that. That is such a monstrous rejection, that specific level. So that is certainly something to watch. I mean, even if you just look at this week, how many times is that rejected this week? It's rejected on the 30-minute chart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times this week. We have had a rejection exactly at that 680 spot. So major resistance on the upside. So that's something to take a look at. And we did flirt with the 400 today, and I'm kind of curious. I just feel like we could see something shaping up to long up in here, but I think being too aggressively long up here, longing into this level, is very dangerous, very, very dangerous. If the market trades up above this 500 level and up towards this 680, I would be very cautious about longing into this level until we get confirmation. We break above it and we test it. That would be the setup to really go long. And I think if that happens, we could see a major move up. But we're obviously going to have to hold the 400, possibly this 200 level. We need to hold those levels in order to get that further upside on NQ. Looking at ES, similar situation. We do have a major resistance. It's looking like up here at the 65 range, the 60-65 area, have had quite a bit of rejections there. And then this 15, this 610, 5610, 5615 area has definitely offered a bit of support to the downside. So again, I feel like we're kind of, this is the channel, really, this is the channel from the 5615s to the 5665s. We got about a 60-point channel on ES that we really need to kind of break out of, either major down or major up. I would love to see this thing go up and break those previous highs. Looking at the Dow, I did trade that a little bit, but the Dow, we did break out. As you can see, this is the 4-hour chart. We did break this previous high today, just barely, but we did break it. So I think that obviously we fell back down. So we would need to reclaim that for a shot at really pushing this thing into some mega levels on the Dow. And again, we have some pretty key areas down here below the 40,700s, I think, pretty big down below. We've got the 41,000, 4150 marker right here that seems to be in play. Some resistance right here earlier turned into some support. So we'll see if that continues to play. Looking at gold, I'm still developing this, obviously. But looking at gold itself, we have a pretty clear hold down here at the 2537s. Pretty clear hold down here, so longing off of that has definitely worked. And then I just marked this on here after hours, this little 2563. That has definitely been a triple rejection here this week, so that's something to take a look at. But honestly, I've just been playing those levels and looking for these little intermediate levels and taking trades off of that, and it's obviously been working quite well. I would like to see this thing break out to the upside above the 2570s. And if we fail below this 2537, we obviously are going to fall back down, and that would be a good spot to set up some short trades down into this next big level down below. So that's my thesis for where the market is at and what we're looking for going forward. One quick update I want to give you. I misspoke yesterday on the Apex discount or sale. So I thought that the big accounts had went back to regular pricing. They did not. The larger accounts are priced at 250, I believe. So the 80% discount gets you those accounts for 50 bucks. The smaller accounts, obviously 80% off. You get a 50K account for like $33. The $85 lifetime PA fee, I misspoke. That has also been extended through the 11th. So through September the 11th, we get 80% off any eval. The big accounts are 50 bucks, and the lifetime fee on any account is good until September the 11th. So I am going to be aggressive at passing some evals over the next 10 days because I would like to take advantage of that $85 lifetime PA fee. That is awesome. All of my funded accounts are lifetime accounts. And again, the 1 day pass is in effect for whatever that's worth. And just again, thank you. I appreciate you guys more than you know for using my code BCT to get you the best deal with both Take Profit Trader and Apex, my two favorite prop firms. And thank you for doing that. It does help me out and helps motivate me to bring you guys an update every single day that I'm trading. So once again, thank you. If you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. If you like the content, hit the like button. It does help me out. And once again, I just appreciate y'all. Yeah, curious to hear how you did, how this market is treating you this week. So feel free to comment below. And yeah, have a good day tomorrow. Wrap this week up on a positive note. I will do my best to do the same thing. And I'll try to bring you an update again tomorrow afternoon. Have a great night. Take care, and so long.